No.
given?
No.
Oh, no.
There's Leicester. I've had. I've made a really good pass.
That would have been a really good.
Leicester have had the ball. Yeah, not anymore. It's not. Leicester have had the ball in the back of the net. Has been disallowed though. So after 66 minutes, it remains Leicester 0, Liverpool 0. Referee was very quick to blow.
Is he checking a foul on Alisson?
Oh, not a foul. That should be a goal.
That should be.
It's not a foul.
That would have been so nice.
I think that's given. Goalkeepers are protected.
Who is it? Is it who is it that comes in on him? It's Daka, isn't it? So there's a long ball in the air, and Alisson. Oh, see, do you know what?
There you go.
Are you trying to do another?
Do you think that's a goal, right?
I didn't give that.
I think there is. I think there is. And we're both Liverpool fans. I think that in situations like that, Daka goes up, and there might be a little lean into Alisson like that.
Bradley
comes
in the
forward
box.
now, cross goal.
Oh, where's your precision, lad?
Can I just say one thing there? I don't think there's enough contact for that to be given as a foul. I think there is so much protection on goalkeepers.
He doesn't make a play to win the ball, though, does he?
But there's a lead. He doesn't make a play to win the ball.
I think the argument for that, and one of the rules to say it in the first place, is that when the goalkeeper's going up his arm, he's got no way of protecting himself. So if you push him, there's no way. I think it's a foul. I do think it's a foul. It's soft, but I
think those ones. It's always been given as a foul the way football's going.
Yeah.
I think there's way too much protection on goalkeepers there.
Yeah.
And I think there's I don't think it's right, Abby. I don't think there was enough contact there for that Alisson to end up losing that ball and that to be given as a foul. Unless
my God, lads.
clear.
Trent scores! I think he's staying.
Where's he going? Where's he going?
Trent scores! Wait, let's look at the celebration! By the way, he looks ripped. What's he even doing?
He's been getting ready for Spain in the summer, that's right.
He looks like Roman Reigns.
He celebrates that goal, by the way. I mean,
that was
like a man that loves playing for Liverpool Football Club.
That was written in the stars. There was a goal he scored against Tottenham, I think it was, when we were in the we were pushing for a top 4 place, and we had a horrific season on the clock, and he scores it at Anfield in the final few seconds.
Yes, I remember that.
And he scored another one last year as well, didn't he, in the Prem, where he can, I think it was Fulham, 4-3 Fulham, where he can take the game away from people, and he's got that quality, hasn't he, at the end of the day?
Oh, that's brilliant.
And I'm really surprised by that celebration, because are
we going to start reading celebration?
Well, I think you should. Well, why shouldn't you read into that celebration? Because he's took his shirt off. And for those that haven't seen it, he's took his shirt off, sprinted 40 yards to the Liverpool supporters, and done a bit of a knee slide. He's so out of control. He's not got the knee slide right, but we won't criticise him for that.
He didn't nail the knee slide, did he?
Yeah.
Good finish, by the way. First time volley inside the box with his left foot.
But he's come on with the agenda of he's going to win this.
Yeah, I'm going to score a goal. Yeah. I think he's.
Does that mean Trent's staying?
We can't say that. Obviously, when Verge scored, he pointed to his badge. We all knew that he was staying.
This reaction.
But look at that reaction. That's a reaction of a man who's. I don't think it's a man who's even.
But it could also be a man, though, that despite moving on in the summer, is still a scouser who loves the football club, cares about the football club, and wants to, has been out for 2 months and has just come back and scored.
And also, he's had so much criticism about him potentially, going to Real Madrid, that he still loves the club. He can still go to Madrid and still love Liverpool. And that's when you were talking earlier about limbs. When you were talking earlier about him posting more on his Instagram, I mean, let him. He's not leaving because he doesn't love Liverpool. He wants a new challenge.
But say you and I had an argument outside the studio.
We've had a few, haven't we?
I'm just saying, say you and I had an argument outside the studio last week, but it was a big argument, having a bit of a row, right? And we come in this week. You're a bit sheepish, aren't you? You come in, you sit down.
Not talk about. I was
going to say, don't.
No, you're a little bit sheepish. You know, but if you've really annoyed someone, you're a little bit sheepish. That celebration, it's like there's no real sense of
need to be sheepish about it. He's done everything that is to do.
I think if there's a will, he won't leave Harry Kane when he was leaving Spurs. I don't know if he celebrates goals. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. But there is something.
It could just be a scouser in the team who scored a goal for Liverpool,
and it might be his last goal for Liverpool.
Off the back of recent reports being like, we're not too sure if he's leaving or not.
I mean,
hard to know now.
If he stays, he stays. Great, but I just think there's a lot of emotion.
Wake up tomorrow. Liverpool post.
That's the announcement.
That's
yeah. Do you know, it's one of those where it's just Salah cutting in on his right.
Beres and Jota, oh my God! Brilliant from Salah again. He wanted his assist, gets it on the left hand side, clips it towards the far stick, and then Jota usually buries that.
Yeah, he does.
And he just nods it over the top.
Trent Alexander-Arnold fit again off the bench, scoring the goal for Liverpool, who have had the majority possession and chances, as you would imagine. Leicester, to be fair to them, given the fact they've been utterly useless for the last couple of months, have, to be fair, at least today, play, shown a little bit of fight, a little bit of courage. They've had moments going forward where they've caused Liverpool some problems. Buonanotte had a shot when it was 1-0 Liverpool, which he just dragged wide, but in the end Liverpool just had a little bit too much quality for Leicester. And after Jurgen Klopp moved on, who would have thought it? On a serious note, Arne Slot coming in, a manager not many people have known too much about, and to win the Premier League title with such conviction, such calm, in and amongst, you know, months of speculation about the 3 players moving on. Well, 2 have signed. Hey, who knows? The celebration's got people believing on Merseyside that Trent Alexander-Arnold maybe might surprise a few people and sign that new deal after he celebrated aggressively, venomously, passionately when he put Liverpool 1-0 up, taking his shirt off, going towards the Liverpool fans. And there goes the full-time whistle. Liverpool don't win the Premier League today because Arsenal got the job done away in Ipswich, but they are now 1 victory away from becoming the Premier League champions once again. Trent, fit, off the bench, scored. But it's a celebration, isn't it? The look on his face, the shirt off, the knee slide, the passion of Liverpool fans that's going to make the headlines, Ryan.
It is a celebration that will take the headlines, mate. He's a special talent, isn't he? And you can see why Madrid won him. And I think it will make people... Because I think a lot of Liverpool fans have made peace with the fact that if they keep Van Dijk and they keep Salah, we can do without Trent. And then you watch performances like today and you realise that he's going to be a huge loss for this team and you'd have to replace him in other ways. And then, you know, take Leicester again. That's 10 games now without a goal at home.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a crazy stat, isn't it?
Really, really poor. Again, they're not really laid a glove on them. There's another blank that they've fired, but from a Liverpool perspective, they can win it in front of their own fans now. And because unless obviously Palace beat Arsenal, they will win it in front of their own fans.
Leicester's next home game is Southampton at home, so maybe, just maybe, they could be a.
Well, Leicester are relegated now.
Yeah,
that result relegates them, doesn't it? So. There you are. That's the sort of the jeopardy that you want, isn't it?
Jeopardy in that
Leicester
one.
relegated midway through April.
Could have told you that 3 months ago. Could have told you that 3 months ago.
That's the thing. We've known, haven't we, the bottom three going down.
Yeah.
How do you feel getting on next season? I feel like with them,
struggle.
You can't imagine.
That's Ipswich done as well because of Wolves. Wolves has been.
So Wolves dragged themselves out.
Ipswich 21. They're I mean, Ipswich technically could get 15 more points, which could get them onto the same points as West Ham, but they got everything so much worse. What about next season, Quake? Will they both come back up?
No, Leicester will struggle. The EFL are waiting for them. Obviously, they avoid the sanctions by getting promoted with some loopholes and some highly paid lawyers. But I think when they go back down, there's going to be a points deduction waiting for them in the Championship. And financially, they're in a difficult position. Have to sell some of their best players. And I just don't think they've got the same juice as when they went down before. Before they just had that kind of aura of being a big Premier League club. I think when they go back down there's too many sharks in the Championship. They're going to eat them alive. Yeah, that's the first team in top flight history to fail to score in 9 consecutive home games, which is just crazy. But all the cameras are on Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's being pushed forward by his Liverpool teammates to go and take. I'm sorry, but
I mean, we can't hear the sound, but I wonder if they're singing a Scouser in our team.
He's almost been pushed forward ahead of everyone else to go and take the celebration.
Because Van Dijk knows. They know. I'm sorry. This is bizarre. This is bizarre if you're leaving. For me.
Or it's a curtain call, isn't it?
Bizarre if you're leaving.
I just think it is. Maybe I read too much into it, but I think I'm right in the kick-off times. I think I'm right in the Premier League being boring.
You are right.
I think I'm right with Trent signing a new contract. I'm now changing my mind. I think Trent signs a new contract. I think he stays at Liverpool.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.